President Trump today shook up the legal team that's dealing with the Russia investigation. Ty Cobb is being replaced by an attorney who helped defend President Bill Clinton. Here's Major Garrett.
Ty Cobb's departure and the arrival of Clinton impeachment lawyer Emmet Flood signals President Trump's girding for battle with special counsel Robert Mueller. To underscore the point, the official White House statement said Flood would represent the president in, quote, the Russia witch hunt. Cobb counseled cooperation with Mueller and by January had arranged document transfers and interviews with top White House officials. Ever since, negotiations have focused on a potential interview with Mr. Trump. In the background was the threat Mueller could subpoena the president if talks broke down. Flood's arrival adds a lawyer experienced with high-stakes showdowns with special prosecutors. During a January chat with reporters, the president said he was willing to be interviewed under oath.
I'm looking forward to it, actually.
You want to? Do you have a date set?
Here's a start, just so you understand. There's been no collusion whatsoever.
Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, also on the president's legal team, told the Washington Post any interview would be, quote, 2 to 3 hours around a narrow set of questions. A list of more than 40 questions drafted by Trump's legal team surfaced this week. They focused on potential obstruction of justice tied to Mueller's Russia investigation. On Twitter this morning, the president said, "There is no obstruction of justice. That is a setup and trap."
You know, Giuliani can poke this lion as much as he wants, but you have to be careful about what you ask for.
George Washington University law professor and impeachment expert Jonathan Turley.
There are questions on that list that are sleepers, that look like innocuous housekeeping questions, but they could be the most lethal of all of the questions.
Interesting point. So, Major, what is the bottom line here going forward? How does it potentially affect whether the president sits for an interview with the special counsel?
Well, the truth, Jeff, is neither side wants a fight over a subpoena for a presidential interview. Mueller's team knows with Flood on the White House staff, they will go up an attorney experienced in these matters, and that struggle could go all the way to the Supreme Court. On the other hand, the president's legal team knows that would extend the Mueller investigation for months and possibly, in the eyes of the public, make the president look as if he was afraid of that interview. So the incentives for a compromise are there. That's why talks continue. The biggest change, Jeff, with Cobb's departure, outside of the White House now, the president loses the strongest voice he heard on a regular basis counseling him not to fire Mueller.
Our chief White House correspondent, Major Garrett. Major, thanks.